Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's press conference. The Bulldogs will head on out up to Wofford to take on the Terriers at 1:30 on Saturday afternoon. Here to talk about the Bulldogs, head coach Brent Thompson.
Thank you, John. Thank you for coming out. I've got Rhett Russell, fifth-year outside linebacker, with me. I'm going to leave him to have all the questions today. At the end, I'm going to flip my order. I'm going to talk a little bit about Wofford first, and then I'll get to the Furman game. Wofford's, as we all know, they've had their struggles, but as you watch them on film, I do think they've gotten a lot better. They are playing a lot of guys, especially on the defensive side. They're playing a lot of younger guys on the defensive side. I think they played a pretty good football game against Samford last week from what I saw so far. They've been able to improve from week to week. I can also see on the offensive side, they are starting to fit into the offense. They're starting to figure out what their offensive identity is going to be, and they're putting it all together. So you do see them gradually getting better, and I know that they've struggled recently, but I do think that they are improving. It'll be a good game for us to go up there, and as we always have, a good crowd up there, and it'll be a beautiful day, and we look forward to going up there. Talk a little bit about the Furman game, and disappointment was there. There's no doubt. I take full responsibility for everything that goes on the field, although I don't have control over everything that goes on in the field. And I know a lot of us were disappointed in just a couple of things that happened. You take 12 or 14 of those plays, and whether we had gotten behind the secondary a couple of times, if the pass was just a little bit more there, Christian makes a catch and he can go and run and score. So we got behind the secondary a couple of times there, but we also turned the ball over. I don't think Cooper Wallace intended to turn the ball over twice in the red zone. That's not what we aim for. We certainly don't want to give up touchdowns or miss tackles or anything. So my disappointment is not with it's more with the outcome of the game rather than our play. We played extremely hard. We fought our butts off to the end, and it just didn't turn out our way. But to say that we didn't go out and execute is one thing, but to say that we didn't go out there and play hard is another. I was a little bit disappointed at the end of the game. If you want to yell at me and you want to come at me, that's perfectly fine. I'm here to take that. But if you want to yell at my players, I'm gonna have a problem with that. Those guys fought hard out there. If you're a fan, sometimes you just need to shut up and move on. Okay. The second thing is you also don't want to say too much with other people around, because there's times out there where some people are going to take offense to it. I'm used to it and I can handle it. I've got no problem with it. But we played our butts off and we just didn't come out on the right side of things. So that's all I got to say. I'll introduce Rhett, senior, fifth-year outside linebacker. Glad to have him within our program. He's done a great job with us.
Coach. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Oh, I'm really excited to go back up there. Obviously I played 4 years. I've had this game circled on the calendar for a long time. October 15th, so probably since February when I first committed to come here. Had this game circled. I'm really looking forward to going back. I got a bunch of friends on the team still. They're excited. I'm excited to get after it.
They make the coaching change. Have you seen the difference in them between the two, before and after?
They've only had the one game. I didn't get to watch that game. We were playing. But, I don't know the new guy at all. He got there after I left. I'm not really sure what's going on, so if I'm being honest. But, that's who they got. That's who they got.
Anybody particularly offensively you're looking to maybe get a hit on there?
I want Jimmy, the quarterback. Jimmy wore a red shirt in practice for 4 years, and I never got to hit him. And I'm definitely going to get to on Saturday.
Roommate?
Nah, he's one of my best friends. He is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, your roommate, is he still in?
No, my roommate's gone. Most of the guys in my class are gone. There's only a handful of fifth years from my class that are still there. Most of them offensively, so that's going to be good.
What was it about the Citadel that led you to come here as a grad transfer?
Well, first of all, the opportunity to get a grad school, that's huge. And I really loved talking to Coach Thompson and Coach Grantham, Coach Weston. I really enjoyed those guys when I came on my official. And also talking to Brandon Rainey and Raleigh Webb, those are two guys that I played high school with. They had nothing but good things to say, and I really felt like this would be a good place for me, and it has been. I've really enjoyed it so far.
Did you commit after Peyton, or did Peyton come after you?
Peyton came after me. He was a couple months after me.
Did obviously with you having committed or having been here, I'm assuming he probably talked to you kind of about what led you here.
Yeah. So we talked on the phone a lot. He had already went home, finished his 5th year at Wofford. He'd already been home, so I didn't get to talk to him in person. But I saw him at the spring game. He was here. We talked a lot, you know, and I just told him how I was feeling about the whole thing. That I felt like this would be a good place for us. You know, the coaches had already told me they were bringing in a bunch of new guys, a bunch of 5th years, and that we were planning on turning this thing around. And I believe in the coaches 100%. So that's really what led me and Peyton to come here.
On the defensive side, what did you see out of Ahmad on Saturday?
Ahmad looked good, you know. He looked like he controlled the offense well. I thought he played a good game. I don't know a whole lot about what we were doing offensively as far as our scheme. You know, that's not really my side of the ball. But he looked like he was comfortable and he played well.
Is it going to be weird going up there and playing against a bunch of friends? Or?
Nah, I don't think so. You know, went against those guys in practice for 4 years. I think it'll be pretty cool. It'll be great.
I know it was a pretty exciting game with Wofford last year. Are you expecting the same outcome this year, maybe better on the other end this time?
Yeah, I'm expecting the same kind of deal. Obviously, I'm expecting the Blue to get a win. I think it's going to be a good game, and I'm excited.
Defensively, you guys, I think, played really well, you know, pretty much the whole season. What have you liked about what the defense has done, and what do you think you guys need to kind of shore up some things?
So just specifically speaking from this last game, because that's what's really been on my mind, we played well. I think at times we are elite, but, you know, we can't allow them. We got to hold them to field goals when they get the ball in the red zone. You know, stuff like that. There was a couple missed tackles there that really hurt us, but I think we're a really, really good unit, and we've got the potential to be elite.
And what are you going to grad school for?
I'm getting my MBA.
Okay, what do you hope to, I guess, kind of seems maybe self-explanatory, but what are you hoping to do with that?
I really want to be a collegiate athletic director. So.
What's the experience of, like, I know coming in here as a grad transfer, you don't have to go through the whole NOM process, the cadet process, the same 5 years ago?
No, everybody, you know, for the most part, everybody has really accepted us. Nobody sees us as outsiders. We're all just part of the team, especially the younger guys. You know, it's interesting coming in as an old guy because you've got all this experience, and so specifically football-wise, like the younger guys are looking out and looking up to you, trying to figure out, you know, what to do because you've been there. So, but everybody has really accepted us, and it's a cool position to be in.
Your role at Furman, your role here, how are they similar, how are they different?
Well, mainly my role is going to be passing downs. Like when we put our Rabbits team on the field, that's when I make my money. But then me and Brian Horn also rotate a little bit. So I think it's going to be very similar. You know, most of the games have been fairly similar as far as my role.
Coming in for pass rushing purposes.
It really just depends on the play call. Sometimes I'm in the rush. Sometimes I'm dropping back.
Yeah, and do you have a similar role at Wofford when you were there? Or?
Wofford's defense is very different. Most of it. So no, I did not have a similar role at Wofford. Their defense is completely different.
You played outside linebacker.
I did, yes. But I really enjoy what Coach G is doing. I like it a lot.
In what way does that suit you more than what their style is?
Let's see. I think of myself as more of a coverage linebacker, if I'm being honest. So I enjoy that I get to go in on passing downs and make an impact there. At Wofford, I was definitely close to the line of scrimmage more often. You know, 2 different styles of defense, and I enjoyed playing at Wofford's defense as well. But I think this one complements my skill set a little bit better.
Brett, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.